What's up, cousins? How's it going? Slurmaholic here. I've been touring a bunch, so I haven't been able to be anywhere near consistent. I haven't been able to stream in a couple weeks, but um, back here today. I'm going to demo. I've been playing on the road a bunch, though, on my Steam Deck. Yeah, buddy. What's up, cousin? Um, I'm going to start today. Have you seen this game? It's called Children of Morta. It's actually about 4 to 5 years old now. It is an action RPG. It's really cool, actually. Let's just jump right into it, and we'll talk about it as we go. And it's got a big lore dump right at the beginning. Let's see here. I've been playing this game enough on the road that I even started a new game plus. But we'll go to this bottom slot and we'll just start a normal. Just want to show this game off. It's a beautiful game. Let's watch part of this real quick and we'll get into it.
Margaret awoke, startled, a cold sweat clinging to her. She gathered her thoughts.
Pixel graphics.
Aged wood creaked, echoing through the quiet rooms. Near the house stood a shrine to Rhea Dana, goddess and daughter of the land, of Rhea and a being of comfort.
Right? The voiceover is crazy. And it's throughout the entire game. It's like almost playing a little, I've been really having an itch for some good RPGs lately.
But the goddess did not speak. There was only the faint whisper of something dark, something hungry. The old seer's bones felt the weight of their age as she climbed. The only thought on her mind, has it begun again?
The land of Morta.
John's mission would be a simple one. He was to investigate Rhea's greatest shrine. His mother presented him with a fresh divinity shard. From his brother came a newly sharpened sword. His wife gave him a kiss, and his daughter's hugs were full of reason to return home safe.
So this game is really cool. It's an RPG, so it's linear, but it's also a dungeon crawler that is procedurally generated, as well as there's 8 playable characters, and there's a whole skill tree that we'll get into, but we'll just start right off here, getting right into the game. L to move. You got a dash. And then you can aim and hit X, or with controller you can hold right stick.
Rhea, a land long forgotten, a place of unimaginable
when he starts with 108
beauty.
health, that's perfect.
It first appeared as sludge given life, slithering creatures, small and vile.
Next, to use your primary attack. Copy. Hear the corruption. Okay. We can evade with A. Looks like dash. Those are health pickups. Okay. But that is one of the cool things once we get into the game a little bit, that it's
A wall,
all about the family.
impeding further progress. The battle
but-
was certain.
Okay, special ability. John has a special ability to use his shield to block incoming attacks. Hold left bumper to use your shield. Use stamina, of which I have none currently. What's up, buddies? I think this is the part where they want me to. Okay. What?
Vanished by
The new
light
game plus
itself.
starts with everybody
The
and doesn't do
corruption
the tutorial,
abated,
so it's
leaving the
been a minute.
shard cold in hand, dark, in need of life.
Ah, gemstones. You can get from bodies.
The shard grew warm, humming softly from the harnessed energy.
Use my
The
gemstone,
shard
and what do I
grew
get?
warm,
Ultra's ignition.
humming softly
Damaged
from the
enemies
harnessed
burn and
energy.
fire. So that's a divine grace. So that's just a persistent buff for the run.
Before him was now one more dangerous than those that came before.
Oh, and he puts those bombs out that will freeze me. Last two. Okay, there's a level up. Skill points. Gain experience as you kill enemies. When reaching a certain amount of XP, you will gain a skill point. You can use skill points to upgrade your abilities in the skill tree. Gain a skill point when you gain enough experience. Spend skill points to learn new skills. The selected ability's description can be seen on the right panel. Press A on the available skill to learn it. Upgrade Heaven's Strike to level 1. Yeah. More skills become available as you spend more skill points. So now we have the Heaven's Strike ability.
Goblins,
Which we will
a
show right
familiar
here.
threat, albeit farther out
Try your
than
newly
usual.
learned skill. Press Y to use your secondary attack. Boom. Okay, and then it had a cooldown that just refreshed.
Magnificent, but dangerous. A land of love found and of love lost. Before him, was sacred ground, left untouched in days gone by.
So then as we go through the dungeons, there'll be these gold doors or blue doors that we can just go through.
Remaining calm
The gold
and
doors always
collected,
have
the shock of his
relics,
heart-skipping beats was concealed in
and
expert fashion.
the blue doors will have either shops or other things as you
Before
unlock
him
it.
stood Linda, his eldest daughter, with bow and quiver at the ready, determined to do her part.
Linda is the shit. Most likely my favorite family member. And we get Apocalypse, but electro. It's hard to say. Wow. Create a temporary aura that damages nearby enemies. So that's now on my right bumper. And I can... Divine Relic. A Divine Relic, a gift from the gods. Use it in a fight to turn the tide in your favor. Which we already triggered. And we'll do it. Oh, and Linda's fighting with us. Sweet. What's up, Linda? Oh, that body didn't have anything in it.
Before the
Ooh,
Guardians
something
were
circle.
not beasts feeding, but monsters consuming, destroying others. They corrupted and distorted, creating even more hungry husks.
Right? Oh, we fight.
Both father and daughter gathered their thoughts, their hearts heavier than before. How would they explain what they had witnessed? The ancient tree had been cut down. Together, father and daughter described the horror, the creatures dripping with decay that slithered into bodies stuck between life and death to bolster their ranks. Grandma Margaret confirmed what they all feared. It was the corruption, a cruel entity spoken of only with hushed voices, an ocean of darkness that flowed from the top of Mount Morta. And the Bergsons' duty was to stand against this devouring deluge of death.
Nice alliteration. Devouring
Kevin
deluge
was
of death.
also eager to do his part in the family's fight, especially when his older brother Mark was off somewhere. He was as much a guardian of their mountain home as any of them.
Mark.
She stood. If they were to reach the summit and destroy this evil, as the Bergsons of old had done in the past, they would need the assistance of the sanctuary. Given to the Bergsons by Rhea herself, the sanctuary was a gateway to the mysterious lands around the mountain.
This game is so epic.
Margaret pointed to the huge crystal at the center of the den, revealing their next task: to activate it and open the way to the source of the corruption. And once Rhea's 3 spirits are gathered on the grounds, the only gate to the top of Mount Morta will open in this chamber. By himself, or with the assistance
3
of those who
platforms.
loved him, John needed to gather the 3 spirits from their lands. Without them, he would not be able to stem the flow of the corruption.
And then we get into the actual game. So we have the 3 biomes.
Halls of Anaidia
Start with
must
here.
be here, or she needs to be found.
So Silk Caverns has 3 levels essentially in it. 3 areas. At 1 of 3. And then you have your character selection. And this is actually multiplayer as well. You can have 2 players playing. But then you can select them and build up their skill tree. Which, as you reach each level on the skill tree,
A celestial
it
shard
opens
chipped
family-wide
directly from the
buttons.
ancient crystals
So
in the
it
sanctuary. It
accentuates,
would
it
be the
wants you to
Bergsons'
play
lifeline,
each family member
tethered to pull them
equally
back home
so that
before
you
death's
know,
fateful
hit those
whisper.
buffs. One of the things I really like about it with as we get into it, the enemies are rather, that's the one thing I've ever seen about this game looking at reviews.
Filling the winding tunnels of the silk-covered caves, the acrid taste of poison lingered in the air. Spiders. Linda told herself it was only target practice. As she readied her
It's
bow,
only
they
target
must find the spirit deep within the caves.
But our enemies throughout the game are kind of repetitive. They don't even reskin them really. But the variety in this game comes from playing the different characters and trying to get good with each of the different play styles as you go through. Using her bow, Linda takes out her enemies from a distance. You can use right to aim, use stamina to shoot while moving. Her stamina regenerates automatically when she doesn't move and shoot at the same time. So we've got... so here we go, into the first dungeon. Gotta watch my stamina. And we don't have any upgrades yet. So we'll just be running right in. And like as you go, there's even like start a run with a gemstone. So like I could unlock that chest over there. That one right here. Again, very beginning of a game. There's not too much on our plate. And it is a roguelike with meta progress, so it is going to want us to die pretty early. But we've already done a new game plus, so we'll see how far we can get on this first one. Spam calls. We're about to level up. We'll get the first explosive crescendo. Loose an arrow skyward to fall upon Linda's enemies with explosive force. Now, it has a short cooldown too, though. Set the cooldown. We didn't miss anywhere on the map. Not going to be gemstones. And then there's all kind of meta progress things that we can do, like upgrading our experience gain and all kinds of things that between runs we can upgrade the entire family's stats. For stamina this early. Oh, spike traps. Yeah, Linda. Again, Linda's probably my favorite family member. Later, she gets a stun. It's really good. And her ultimate later, once we get ultimates finally, is really good. And it's really cool. This game is really good about enemies can get damaged by environmental things as well. So it's really fun to kite a couple over those spike traps. And I'm a mid-maxer when it comes to these type of games, so I usually full clear. And there's things to raise gemstone occurrence, so you can start unlocking those more and more. So our other one, harmonize, decrease the stamina Linda must consume while moving and shooting, increasing the duration she can perform. Perfect. Okay. And then see, right here, these up this line won't be things that will be active, but like this one. Oh, the family that moves together stays together, increasing the entire family's movement speed. Which is pretty awesome. Miss any of the map? Nope. And then gold is used only in meta progress, which it's called Morv in this game, the gold. And then gemstones, eventually once we get shops, those will be used for the shops, as well as opening those chests. I like to clear all the areas before I open a door, because a lot of times it'll open a lot of enemies right behind the door. That's a little combo counter that comes up once you've killed 10. That guy's a spawner, so we want to get him out quick. So even with if we get through all 3 levels, probably this underleveled won't be able to get through the boss, but I mean it's a roguelike. It's expected. It's a good combination of a roguelike and an RPG, which is one of the things I really love about it. You found the finish room portal. Press and hold up to teleport back to it from anywhere on this floor. So if we wanted to still explore. And then at the end here, we have
Energy
our
flowed around
Divine Grace. Survival instant.
before the hero.
Increased movement speed when below
Object of the
25%.
divine.
We only have 75 health. Okay. And then we go to the next floor. Silk Caverns, 2 of 2. And it might look like there's stuff in the starting rooms, but there really never is. We'll jump right into the second floor. Okay, bigger spiders. Those guys can spawn 2 other spiders. We don't have any gemstones. And her thing will always go to the closest and most dense group of people. See how it went over there. Got an elite. Try to guarantee it be on the elite. Well, like the music gets more intense when you're around elites, and then there's even stronger ones later with a red icon over them. That music gets even more intense. Oh, and there's our first gemstone. And another one. Let's go back into this chest. Sometimes they'll have items or all kinds of things in those actually. Okay, we got another level up. And then, as you can see, that bar on the far left of that, once we reach that where it says 4, we'll unlock that next tier. So we need 2 skill points to upgrade either of these, so we can't upgrade currently. Okay. We'll leave that door for a moment. And with all these type of games, it's all about learning the abilities and learning how to use them. Of which I just, I wanted to play this after I had kind of gotten that down so we could just kind of breeze through it a little bit and show off the game. Damaged enemies burn in fire. Okay. Got a little bit of that map south of here that we can explore. And we don't have altars yet. Shrines, rather. We have a gemstone to open that. Okay. Go open that door. Again, with Linda being one of my favorites, we're kind of cruising. Okay, we got an elite. Oh, hello. We got a little bit of everything coming. Elite. There we go. Dope. Give me a health potion. Okay, there's a blue door. So blue doors are more story-related things. Ooh. The cub. Here we go.
Love. Truly a divine emotion, especially during dark days. Love had motivated this mother to lay down her life for her cub.
Oh, we gotta protect him. Oh. Oh, okay, we saved the cub.
While love now compelled the young one to try and rouse her from eternal slumber.
Oh.
And it would be love welcoming the new orphan among the Bergsons.
Yeah, we got you. Wolf cub rescued. Oh, there's a health potion. Only got us 10, but hey. Little bit. Okay. Left or right? Let's go left first. Okay. That's our exit room. Let's go right. And then we can, like it said, we can warp back there. We're already halfway to another level. And enemies don't respawn in these areas, so once you kill them, they're not gonna come back. So you can explore without fear of them coming back. And that level up animation that you see, that does do damage to enemies. So a lot of times when you're close to level up like I am, you want to get kind of in the thick of it. A little closer. Okay, that's a challenge room. We only have 75 health. Let's do it. That'll unlock something, usually.
Not all in the caves
Oh, yeah.
were refugees.
Shopkeeper.
Some were just traveling merchants stuck in a bind.
So, and then that's how a lot of the unlocks in the game manifest. Whoa. By little challenge rooms like this, that after you do so many waves, you'll unlock. Our burn is going off. Nice. Wave 2. There it goes.
The strange-looking shopkeep dusted off his clothes, tipped his hat, He invited them to stop by his shop later, promising
Keep it in.
something
From now
for
on, he will
all
appear in the
their
dungeons,
needs.
offering goods for a price. And he gave us decreased rage drain, which we don't even have rage yet, but we'll get there. Rage is what you use, what builds up to use your ultimates, essentially. Oh, and we have fully discovered everything, so holding up, we'll warp back to here, and we're already at the first boss. Let's see if Linda can sweep it. This spider bitch, though, is just that. Okay. Let's see if we can do it. No guarantees.
All 8 eyes studied the one so willing to walk into their own tomb.
Oh yeah, we're not gonna get this one. Yep.
The Bergson began to slip
That's
away,
our first death.
wondering if this was death. Was warmer than they expected.
So, and then between runs like this, usually when we get back, anything that we've done, like that summary at the bottom, we'll get little, like little cutscenes for each one.
They gasped for air as the celestial shard brought them back, a sensation no hero could become accustomed to.
So the celestial shard.
As she heard John and Linda describe their foray, thoughts rushed through Margaret's head. The corruption had amplified the creature's wickedness, and no longer were they part of the harmony of the Rhea. With the new threats looming, Margaret asked Ben to prepare his workshop. He would have to take charge of enhancing the warrior family's weapons and armor.
Okay, here's our little wolf cub
Although
cutscene.
in the safety of the Bergsons' house, the young cub was not yet free from danger. Exhaustion racked the animal's body, its chest heaving for even the smallest of breaths. The family believed several plants found deep in the nearby caves, combined together, could serve to remedy the situation.
And now these little like mini quests arrive in the game, and now in those blue rooms, there'll be like 3 different blue rooms during runs that'll have medicine for the cub. Uncle Ben can upgrade and enhance the Bergsons' equipment.
Uncle Ben reached out to the familiar warmth of the forge.
So now we've unlocked
If they were to reach
the
the
workshop.
top of Mount Morta, their equipment would
So now we
need
can
to
go in
be
here.
of the highest quality.
And we can spend more of the like gold that falls on the ground to upgrade overall any family member's attributes. The attributes are around. It's explained in the right. Select an upgrade to upgrade it. Sure, you want to upgrade to armor up? Yes. So currently available, we have movement speed, armor, which is max health, and warfare, which is primary damage. So let's go ahead and do a damage. Let's do a movement. And we'll start off, that's all we can afford. And then eventually, and you have your main things. To the left, there will be Grandma has upgrades as well. And then various times, you'll get these little cues
When light
to
faded from the sky,
go to a little
and
cutscene.
most were fast asleep, Mary would write about her family, immortalizing them for future generations.
And they're always like that little 10-seconders, and they just give a lot of extra story. So we'll go right back in, and we've upgraded Linda a bunch. Ooh, she has 2 skills. We could upgrade her, but let's upgrade John a little. Why not? We might die before we get to the boss, but let's play with John a little. Ooh, what's this? Shield of Thorns. Melee attackers take damage when blocked by John's shield. Ooh, we want that. And we can upgrade from 150% damage to 200% damage with our Heaven Star. But we haven't actually done a dungeon with him yet, so let's jump in. Always wanting our stuff to go. So those things will pull us in. Sometimes they're surrounded by spike traps. So you gotta always look out for that. John always seems a little clunky to me, but probably one of my least played family members once it gets actually getting into it. I definitely had to go back to him to upgrade him a bit to get his main bonuses at the end. Okay, blue room. Okay,
Everyone was encouraged to take
stuff like
part
this.
in a game of destiny. A prize awaited the fortuitous, but there was only pain for the unfortunate.
So one of them gives the gift, the other 2 you fight enemies. Let's start with the middle. Nope. Okay, that did damage to me. And that was it. Okay, let's go. Run away. Give me some health. There's even a main family upgrade towards the end, where you always are constantly regenerating health. Boom. Okay, let's get that spiked shield. Shield of Thorns. Now both of these take 2 skill points, so we won't get up to the next level till we do that. And again, it's a roguelike, so it's wanting you to die. Okay, we got a gemstone. We can unlock that. Nice. Ooh, we got a blue room. And they can't follow us in.
Pilgrims, once lost in cavern mazes, are now trapped. Their poor families forever looking forward to a return that will never happen.
Those spiders. Oh, that's our end of the... Okay, we'll go back out and explore. Because we're always wanting to level up as much as we can, as well as get as much more. Even at risk of not completing. Especially at the beginning, why not get as much as we can? And on we go.
The halls of Anea Dia, so mesmerizing in their magnificence, were to be found at the end of a long road. And a hero never knows what is awaiting them at the end of a road. Moving is more important than reaching.
Spawners. Okay, there's one skill point. We need one more to get our next. Ooh, gold door.
Who could have possessed
Small
such a
chance to recover
powerful
health
object?
when attacking. I'll take that. At 52, we'll see if it happens. Small chance, it says. Okay, here's a door. Let's go. Nice. Nice. little help there. Oh, we got an elite. Down here. Woo-hoo-hoo. Still that elite. 2 of them. Okay. Go in here. Grandma, I'm about to die.
What strange thing could have dragged Grandmother this far? The will of Rhea will flow in those still obelisks to aid the Guardians. This was the only thing Margaret silently whispered.
Obelisk
and the
remembers.
Bergson had
so
to
now these
return home
obelisks
in
are
order to
available, which will
understand
give us
what had
little
occurred.
momentary buffs. So speed buff. Oh yeah. Ooh, 4 health. Just use this to our advantage. Okay. Stun all nearby enemies. That's a single use. Charms are magical objects found in the land of Morta. Each one of them has a special effect that can be activated by pressing down. They are consumed after being activated. You can only carry 1 charm with you before activating its effect. Press A to continue. Sweet. Speed buff is awesome. Get some more. Oh, that's an experience buff. Ooh, and we're almost there. Hey. Oh, and we have enough for... Do we want better Shield of Thorns or better Heaven Strike? Let's do Heaven Strike. And now, family traits. After spending enough skill points, each family member unlocks their unique set of family traits. Family traits benefit all other family members as well. If a family member grows in power, so does the entire family. So of the same blood, increase the max health of all family members. That's awesome. And then we have Aged Vigor, a new skill. Increase John's armor. And Guardian's Rage. Unleash your rage to become temporarily become invulnerable and deal thorn damage to attackers. Which, that's like his ultimate. Okay. Blue door. What we got here?
The camp lay in ruin. Serene prayers had fallen on deaf ears, leaving a voyage of hope with none at all.
But this has been a great Steam Deck game
Monster's
for me. A
eyes
good
lacked remorse,
like
or
day off
even the
hotel room
slightest
game.
hint of reason.
So much so that, like I said, I've already played all the way through it and started a new game plus.
No one can always be there in
A
time.
melee companion that
A
inflicts
sad
lightning damage.
truth.
Okay.
No hero
And we
learns
found a
easily.
playing ball. min-maxing. Because why not? A way up into the left. Did I get that one? That's why it's always good to full clear in this game, because you never know what stuff you're gonna find around. Okay. Usually a blue. Oh,
Welcome,
and here's our
friends.
first shop.
Don't mind the occasional blood.
We do have 3 gemstones, which is one. It's what unlocks our chests around the world. So you sometimes want to hold on to them. Let's see what we got. Divine Grace, Riders on the Storm. Inflict lightning damage when combo kill counter reaches high levels. Throw an explosive that inflicts lightning damage. Call Hashmalu the Great to fight by your side for a while. That's a good one. Spawn a chest. Let's get Hashmalu. Which is another one of those flying melee guys. So we're going into the boss, and we'll try to do that again. We have our electro grenade on our down D-pad, and Pashmalu. Let's try it out. Okay, here we go. Get that spider.
All 8 eyes studied the one so willing to walk into their own tomb.
Summon Pashmalu right away. Always low. Nice, we got it.
In anguish as death
9
slowly
health left.
beckoned to bestow its peace.
Okay. That is our first area cleared. Nice job, John.
A way had opened, a step closer to the spirit at the heart of the caves. Though before taking that step, caution dictated a return to home to inform the family of the newfound passage.
Nice, and dungeon cleared. And these runs, they're typically about that. They're about 15 to... The longer ones towards the end are about 40 minutes, but typically throughout the game, they're all about 15 to 20-minute dungeons.
Worried for the missing boy, Ben thought that maybe he should have hidden the daggers better.
Oh, the daggers, are we getting Kevin? Kevin? Right?
Margaret, in her wisdom,
it's
knew
like
that
pixel graphic, but
nothing would have
trippy.
remained hidden
It's like
from Kevin forever.
And it
Now
gets
she
even
only
crazier once the
encouraged her
corruption
son
gets worse.
and his daughter to hurry and find him.
Yeah, it's pixel graphic, but it's like that, like Super Nintendo, like, or even I don't.
Kevin returned from his saga with barely a scratch, yet he found no appreciation from his family, especially his father. Despite having Linda on his side, his father was still mad at him for endangering himself and worrying them all, including his pregnant mother. His favorite line, asking how he could be so inconsiderate. He wondered whether Uncle Ben would understand his bravery and initiative better. With his heroic act unrecognized, the young boy waited, frustrated, expecting more punishment. What Kevin had not expected was his parents' reaction. Heartened by his courage, his father was going to teach him the ways of battle.
Yeah, buddy.
And his mother was far from the frail and always worried housewife she had seemed. A Bergson through and through, she gave him her blessing and asked only that he temper his courage with caution.
Just don't get yourself killed, Kevin. The uncle's sitting over
Perhaps
there
Uncle
just
Ben
drinking.
was the happiest of them all. Not only had his nephew held his own in combat, but had done so with the weapons he had made for him. Kevin only wished his older brother Mark was there to witness his
lab in your
rise
house.
to the
There's a
family
lab,
calling.
there's a blacksmith, or a workshop. Yeah, look at that house, dude.
Defeated, the Spider King had been removed from the path leading to the halls of Aneadiah, although the pestering of greedy goblins might still prove dangerous along the way. Uncle Ben was pointing out possible routes forward, speaking of the troubles pilgrims had run into in the lost trenches.
Oh, yeah, we saw the pilgrims. Yeah, buddy. Oh, what do we got now? Whenever Margaret deciphers a tablet, Rhea reveals something new to the Bergsons. Given enough resources, she will then be able to strengthen the family.
The mysteries
There's
of the
our lab.
world were like open books to the
Margaret's
wise.
Book of Knowledge
and
is now
words from the
unlocked. She can
wise
discover
shall
ancient
benefit
knowledge from
man
reliefs and
and
dungeons and help the
beast.
Bergsons through their journey. So now we have the Book of Rhea. So currently we can only increase the efficiency of obelisk effects. But as soon as we can, we're going to get Hoarder, which increases more of dropped, which is how all of this stuff upgrades. So we want to ramp that up as quick as we can. And then Wisdom, increase the amount of experience gained from enemies. So we can start getting those family-wide buffs ASAP. We got the cutscene down here.
A mother away from her child could cause worry even in the best of times. This was far from the best of times. It had been more than a year since Mark, Mary's eldest son, had gone to live in the monastery deep in the
Ooh,
forest.
her monk kid.
The same forest was now the source of such worrying news.
Okay.